This is my home in Japan that I paid $27,000 for. As you can see, it comes with a lot of land and a newer house. We've been working on the property, taming the yard we have for the past couple of videos. We've made significant progress. It's been a lot of work, but it's been extremely satisfying, and we found some gems in our yard. Like this stone Toro lantern that weighs about 1,000 pounds and has plenty of history to it. Our next project is this shed that doesn't have a roof. I'm pretty sure you shouldn't be able to see light through the ceiling, and there's garbage all around it. So today we're gonna fix that. We have this beautiful shed in the backyard. Beautiful, subjective, I get it. It's big, it's got good bones. The only thing that's really bad about it is the siding and the roof and the garage door, and the inside is full of trash. Oh, and we learned it also has mold. Got plenty of wood leaning up against the side of it, which I don't like because it probably puts a lot of pressure on it. The biggest issue with this shed is it doesn't even have a roof. This is not good. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like in the inside. I can't open this. Like, this is kind of jammed, but I'm gonna sneak the camera under so you can see the inside real quick. The roof is the biggest issue, right? Because you want to keep water from getting in before you do anything else. So yesterday we went to Komedi and they lent us a truck. The van is not working right now. We brought a bunch of shingles, some edging, some plywood, and we're gonna roof this. Hopefully the roof is stable enough to walk on. That's what the plywood is for. So we're gonna put plywood over it to give it a little bit more rigidity. And the reason that we need to cover this roof is because it's about to rain for the next 10 days straight. So we gotta get to it now. Lucky for me, the house came with the world's most unstable ladder. I just want to take this time to say subscribe and follow the page if you like seeing us work on Japan stuff. And pretty soon we're gonna start working on cars and get into the drift scene of Japan. That's just the ladder. But whatever. So before we roof it, we're going with a deck over, and what this does is give us a better nailing surface and more stability on the roof. So something I forgot to account for was in Japan they use 3-foot by 6-foot sheets, and in the US we use 4x8. But luckily we had some extra wood in the floor in the garage that we were going to demo anyways because we don't need a subfloor. We can use the concrete since we're going to be parking cars in there. So I was able to recycle some of that wood and it got us out of that pinch. All right, we've redecked the whole thing. We've picked the roof edge up. Oh, starting to give out a little bit. Went to Komedi because we had to buy staples to secure the underlayment. And we're gonna lift it up. We're gonna bring up the roll, put all the roll out, and start moving. This is more like a mod bed. So it weighs like 60 pounds. So we don't have enough underlayment. Our measurements were off, which probably means we're not gonna have enough shingles too. Too bad, we gotta start. You don't really need underlayment, like people have been roofing forever without underlayment, but it's nice, you know, if something ever happens and the shingles kind of fail, this is a good, you know, moisture barrier. But it's a shed, it's like a 50-year-old shed. So I think we're just gonna leave it. We're gonna at least start roofing, and then if we're short shingles, then maybe we'll also just get the underlayment while we get more shingles. So let's just continue going. The only difference between roofing in the US and roofing in Japan is in Japan they seem to have these weird side metal things, and I think that's just to prevent wind from lifting up the shingles at the edge, because that's typically the weakest point on our roof is those edges. Something that I wish I would have done was take my nail gun from the US, because I had to nail this all by hand with a comically small Japanese hammer. we're done on the roof for today. It rains for the next 10 days, so I don't know if we'll have enough time to just come up here and shingle some more. But we went through 4 bundles, and we didn't even do half the roof, so we might need 2 more bundles regardless. Just lovely. This is the next morning, and roofing is extremely loud. So because of that, I decided not to roof extremely early and instead clean up my yard. I just want to make sure I'm respectful of my neighbors and not really pissing off the community. This guy just showed up, he's Chinese. And so he's gonna take a lot of the metal that's on the property. Kind of works out, honestly. I didn't want to have to transport it myself, but it kind of works out that he's coming to get it. This is wild. I just started stacking the metal, and I guess he just happened to drive by. And then I came over here and showed him all this. He was like, whoa. So we're gonna start getting rid of all this stuff. He gave me 2,000 yen, 15 bucks, which is like whatever. But it's nice because I don't have to make the trips. Like, we're getting rid of all this metal in like, you know, a matter of minutes pretty much. I have the help to load it, and I don't have to drive it over there. So whatever, win-win. So I'm debating if I open this and see what metal's in here too, to just get rid of it. The guy that picks up the metal just left, and I mean, I'm telling you, we filled up that entire truck. It was a pretty big bed, and we filled it up. We emptied out a lot of the shed, which we hadn't really been in before. The property's in shambles. There's stuff thrown everywhere. There's junk and wood and stuff thrown all over the property. Plastic panels there that we were taking out as we took metal out of here. Just trying to throw. He took some big machine. It was like a big rice machine. He took that. Probably worth more than 2,000 yen, but you know what? I'm not gonna complain. I just wanted to get rid of it. But let me show you the inside of this shed. I can't see as good as you're seeing through the camera because it's getting kind of dark. The camera does pretty good in the dark. Here's my main concern is all of that. Right? That's definitely a mold and just bad stuff. But that's okay, we'll spray it with some stuff, kill it, and then dry out the wood, and I think it'll be okay. This is a shed for tools, so it should be fine. Pretty nasty, but we just need to leave this open and air it out, let it dry out, and then we gotta spray it with like a super concentrated chlorine or something. And it started raining. Already kind of wet, so I'm just gonna you know, stay out here, continue working in the rain, get soaking wet, who cares? I gotta make progress. It actually didn't rain the next day, so we took advantage of that and went to go get materials in the morning. And we had to borrow another truck from Komeri. And luckily we tarped the unfinished area to make sure that water didn't get between the decking and the underlay. Alright, so we're done with the roof. We just got to clean up. I'm gonna clean the canal that's right next to it just in case any debris fell in. I gave it a quick glance, didn't look like anything fell in, but I'm gonna jump in and take a look. We gotta clean up all the stuff that's around the shed. And just like that, we are done. There are some pieces that we're missing towards the top that we're going to address, but it's way better than it was. We patched the hole that was in the siding. Of course, the siding is in really rough condition and pretty much rusted out. But that was a massive hole that we wanted to get covered to keep more water from getting in. You can see they've already patched it before, and there's holes up there and stuff. But anyways, this was just about minimizing the worst of it. We're probably gonna reside this once we figure out what we're gonna do with the inside. I am bit up by mosquitoes all over. Let's continue cleaning up. So I spent the rest of the day cleaning up that area. So that's it for this video. In the next one, we are going to be tackling the garage where it was filled with mountains of garbage. Refer to the first tour video of how bad it was, but we got it cleaned out. Now our van and car fits inside the garage and make the garage this awesome cave to work on cars.